Great oratory allows transparency. The truth should be told. BCC Ministries. I got a story to tell about an incident that happened to me today with police. One of the many stories of incidents. So I decided to talk and share my experiences being a returning resident, because returning residents are targets. You're targeted by the regular people. They overprice you. They'll take you places where they can, or whatever they want to do to you. And then you have the police. They'll target you. Once they hear your accent, they think you don't know better. They could tell you all kinds of foolishness and all kinds of things. So here's what happened to me. Hurricane Beryl came through and did its thing. So this is the Beryl left on Thursday, so today is Friday, right? So you know the date. Coming to work to a client to open up my store or whatever. The store is already open, so I'm coming, have an appointment. So I'm at Halfway Tree Road, right there by the clock, right across the street from York Pharmacy. It's two police standing there, right? I noticed they telling me to pull over, so I'm like, pull over? What they pulling me over for? Because the only reason why they pull you over is if you don't have a registration, because that's the only thing they can really see out of all the cars you pulling me over. So I said, wait a minute, what's going on here? So they stopped me and they said, hey, you're not registered. I said, yeah, I'm registered. It's right there. I showed the cop the register, but here's the problem and here's the mistake that I made. The registration was underneath. My glass is like, it was like a quarter, it's like almost like half tinted. So the registration was under that. So you could see the yellow, but you got to look carefully. So they pulled me over, right? So they said, you're not registered. I said, yes, I am. It's right there. So I showed it to him. And he said, yeah, but I can't see it. And by law, they could take my car, they could take me to this, all kinds of foolishness that don't go like that, right? So I'm like, what do you mean? You could take me to the, take my car. My car is licensed, my car is registered, my car has insurance, nothing is wrong with my car, no paperwork. I actually did the registration on time because they give you a month in advance, but I don't believe in that, because if I get into an accident, the insurance company will say, hey, that month blind, we don't follow that, and you didn't have no registration during your accident, so you can't really follow up on too much things when they give you a blind and all that. That's almost like a trap to me. So my registration been registered for a whole month, and they telling me, hey, we could take your car, we could do this, we could. I'm like, what do you mean? You took my, you see, I have the paperwork, and you took my registration and you ran it, and now you still telling me foolishness. I said, how much is the ticket? Because they're writing me a ticket. He said, 10 grand. I said, 10 grand? Really? 10 grand for something that I have already? So the sergeant came. They called the sergeant. I guess they're rookies. Who knows? Sergeant come on the scene. The sergeant says, hey, the sergeant says to me, hey, he said some of the stuff they were saying, but then again he said, all right, I understand where you're coming from, boom, 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 boom. I asked sergeant how much the ticket, and the sergeant asked the same officer. The officer says, now he says 5 grand. So I said, I thought it was 10. So so remember, this is right after the hurricane. They pulling us, the lights don't work, all kinds of things going on, but they choose to pull me over. Law-abiding citizen, follow everything to the T, to harass me about a registration that's there that they thought wasn't there, right? And this took a whole 30 minutes of my time, maybe 45 minutes, in front of the whole Halfway Tree, people looking at me. People see me, people know me. So they probably think, all the taxis driving by, people probably seeing me. Fine, that's cool. I've been in many encounters with police, but this one kind of stood out because they was draining my energy first thing in the morning. And then he tried to lie about the ticket price. And then when they finally what had happened too, also I had left my license, which caused a problem for me, but I had my landlord drive it to me, you know, and so I just waited for, but that wasn't even important to them. What was important to them is me getting that ticket. And then they try to show me some bogus pass tickets that I got that they said I didn't pay, which I paid. I went to court for and all that. But their system isn't updated. That's another problem. They don't update the system, so they see all these tickets that people paid for, and they'll bring them up for whatever they was trying to do, you know. So they put me through a whole ring around. And what I notice with some of the police is when they feel like you don't know anything, they're going to come up with all kinds of things. If you wanted some money from me, officers, just get right to the point. Don't tell me no foolishness, because I've been around the block. I already know what's going on. I've been pulled over many times. During COVID, I got pulled over more than 20 times. I'm the COVID crusader after curfew. And the reason why I stopped following the curfew laws is because of the incident that I'm going to tell y'all about, what happened to me that made me lose respect for the COVID laws, because of the same police, not the same ones, but police in general that's supposed to be law-abiding. Once they broke a law in front of me, I said, why should I follow any laws here? You understand? It just didn't make no sense to me no more. So I just was leaving whenever I wanted to leave, and now because I see certain other people used to break laws too. So when I finally drove off, I just felt like they wasted my time. They charged me a $5,000 ticket. I'm going to pay it, because I'm not going to see no judge down here, because those same judges will actually raise your ticket, because that happened to me, where I figure I'm gonna go fight my case and get a reduced ticket. I end up getting charged double. Go figure. I don't know. I don't know if it's the accent. I don't know what it is with these people, but they're targeting people. I'm a target to them, and I'm nobody's target. I'm the wrong one. Because I'm gonna speak my mind, and if you do any funny thing, I'm going to talk about it. This is a funny business thing that happened to me. You understand? And they was telling me to go get a new sticker and go through this procedure, go to the station, and then go to the tax office, and then go to here and go to there. I said, listen, I ain't doing none of that stuff, man. I came up with my own solution. If they don't like it, that's their business. You understand? But, man, at the end of the day, I just feel like there's too many incompetent people in places of power, and have jobs that they shouldn't have. You're supposed to protect and serve, especially the good people, the good law-abiding citizens that's doing good things, but you're not. You're harassing people, and you're making up stuff just so people could give you money or whatever type of thing that you have in your mind, and it's not going to work with me. I'm going to talk about it. All right, so that's about it. I don't have nothing else to say. About this topic and this incident or this story, because these things happen to people every day. So, but I'm going to talk about another story. Just stay tuned and watch the channel. Yeah, I am a returning resident, and I'm not going to be the one that people target. It's not going to work. Take that to the next person. I've been around the block, and you're not going to bring me back around the block, all right? So carry on.